talk, breaking tables on political issues. We have entered officially season 2, and in season 2 we're switching the conversation to look at women's issues. We're talking about everything that concerns women and the men who love them or don't. You don't have to love them. So every week I will have a guest hosts on the show. Yes, I'm planning for this to be a blast, total fun for you. So I'm your host. I've got a guest host, and then here and there we would also have expert guests like we have today. Of course, being the first episode, we're bringing the full game on. Well, if you're listening and you are a company with products and services for women, here's where you should be. Let's talk sponsorship. Go ahead and send me a mail at wemimo@nigeriainfo.fm. Now, let me start by introducing my first guest host on the show. Where's my shaker? Oh my God.
It's drum.
1 minute. I got you. Here we go. All right, my first guest host on the show today is Lady Gwen Oshoni. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. It's so nice to be here. It's been a while.
It has been.
Yeah, it's been a while. And a lot also happened over the weekend.
Absolutely. And we're coming to that in a bit.
Yes.
I also have my guest today. She's the expert in the house, because our conversation today, we do need the thought of an expert. And that's Dr. Kike Oyekomi. She's a consultant psychiatrist at the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Aro, in Abeokuta. Thanks for coming in. No, pardon me. Let's do that again.
Thank you for having me.
You are a blast. Thank you very much. All right, guys. As you know, the show is in 2 segments. We have the appetizer, but because the show is changing, the scope is also changing. The show will now, our first segment, the appetizer, will now bring you summary of events from the weekend, like I used to do, but now we'll just have a chat about 2 stories from the weekend before we go on to the main dish. So on the main dish, as usual, we have our main story, and on the main dish today we're talking women's mental health. So if you're a woman and you are tired and you are stressed, move closer to your radio. Or if you are the friend, colleague, husband, brother of a stressed woman, or you just think, what's going on with this woman? What's she nagging? Maybe something's going on with her. So move closer to your radio, wherever you're listening from, the mobile app, the website, your radio, whatever. Just keep listening and let's go. So if you're ready, let's start with the appetizer, because I'm set.
Here's the appetizer on Table Talk.
Okay, we are set. The weekend was quite. I'm sure it's one we'll not forget in a hurry.
No.
And one of the biggest stories from the weekend was that unfortunate crash that claimed the life of the chief of army staff. That was a very huge tragedy that befell the country.
It was a huge loss, to the nation. And, one of the things that beat my imagination was the fact that while this man was alive, people were not talking about his good works. And as usual, once someone dies, that's when people begin to say, "Oh, it was a good man. He had good intentions."
As usual,
But my imagination also was that, or my thoughts was also that. In the time past, talking about the chief of army staff, it's always been one issue or the other, and then he came and there was this mindset to transform, and he hadn't even done much, but he looks like he meant business, and but it's all came to an
sad,
end.
And well, no matter what his intents were while he was chief of army staff, his office is an exalted one.
Right.
I mean, he leads the military in Nigeria.
Right.
Aside for the Minister of Defense, who then superintends over them. But he leads the fight against everything insurgency. I mean, if we're talking defense in Nigeria, he's the first person we call. And I mean,
True.
the Senate called him just a while ago to come answer some questions. So he's the person who answers all those questions. And for his plane to crash, together with his entourage, opened up conversations about, and again, this is the third crash in the past 3 months.
3 months, yeah. Yeah.
Opens up, and Sheriff just finished that conversation on the Morning Crossfire with Bola, and you can see the intrigues around what are we doing wrong. Let me give you the names of those who also died in that crash. Of course, the CAOS, that's Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru. We also had Brigadier General M.I. Abdul Kadir, Brigadier General Olayinka, Brigadier General Kuliya, Major L.A. Hayat, Major Hamza. I wish they gave us their full names. I would have loved to recognize them in their full names. We also have Sergeant Umar, crew, the flight crew, Flight Lieutenant T.O. Ashani, Flight Lieutenant A.A. Olufade, Sergeant Adeshino, and ACM Oyedepo. I saw a tweet yesterday from the fiancé of one of them.
Asani.
Yeah.
Asani.
Yeah, Asani.
Yes.
Femi. Yeah, I think his name was Femi.
Femi.
And it was really heartbreaking. How did you feel reading that?
And as a woman to woman,
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're just about getting married. You've done your introduction.
Yeah.
And just a month ago.
Yeah.
And it had dreams, let's even imagine that this is probably even a childhood friend that is going to become your forever.
Yeah.
And he's no more.
Like that.
So just like that. And then, I think another most heartbreaking one for everybody was also Olufade. I can't remember his position now. Olufade was...
Flight Lieutenant.
Yeah, exactly. Now, that particular incident was something people have been narrating over and over again. He got married just, I think, February, just 3 months ago.
Yeah,
and for your information, there was a platform I belonged to, and someone said he's the only son of his parents.
Oh
the
my
only
goodness.
son.
Oh, my goodness.
So, in other words, if there are 3, he's the only son.
And then he's dead.
And he has
a wife.
And
a marriage of 2 months.
2 months.
Less than 3 months.
And then another surprising situation is that he was there was a picture of him and 2 other guys in the military, in the force, who they were having vacation. I think must have been in Dubai, and they were having fun. And the first and the last guy in the video died in the last crash in February.
Wow.
And they were all best buddies.
Now the third.
Now he was the third of that set, and they all went to school same time, so they've been tied together.
And they're all gone
and
now.
they're all gone.
Well, the question
and
is
they're all gone serving their nation.
Absolutely. And I must say that, I've put up quite a number of tweets regarding this issue. These are men who lay down their lives for this country. I mean, to say you want to be a soldier for your country means you're ready for the worst. And it's because you love your country so dearly. We'll leave the conversation around the president not going, because that's been the conversation for the past 1 hour from 8 to 9. Let's move on to our next story on the appetizer. And that's a continuous attack on Inec offices and infrastructure around the country. This is 2021. Election is 2023. You have offices being burned, these happening. What do you think is going on? What is 2023 going to look like?
If now, this is how we're prepping.
Yeah.
And for your information, I think, as a nation, we're not thinking about security yet. Because already, if you're having so much of insurgency, breakouts, unknown gunmen, ungun men, and you can't even define them yet.
Yeah.
You don't even have the identity yet. So there is a probability that a lot of those people are going to be infiltrating into 2023, and we're not talking about
because this is a women's
security.
show. We see that over the years, more men go out to vote than women. With the spate of insecurity and unknown men that we have, and INEC offices being targeted, how do you think this is going to affect women coming out to vote or to even be voted for? In the last election, a woman was burnt.
Yesterday, Saturday, in Ibadan. I think certain parts of Ibadan generally there were elections.
Yeah, local government
elections. Ibarapa, I think, was Onara. I think I'm not too sure. The local government was on fire, and I saw a tweet or a post from a friend of mine, just like a video, like, okay, all of you, while you're voting, we are here praying for you. That's coming from a woman, a mother. And I wouldn't blame her.
So she sat back praying while the others went
praying,
out to vote.
She was just making fun. It was making her go. When I don't go, finish. We'll
be here at home.
Exactly. Like I can't, sacrifice myself, for all of these things. So you look at even journalists, female journalists.
Yeah.
Do we really, how many of us as female journalists we will say,
they want to cover elections?
Exactly. So when things are not even properly put in place, how many times do you even have female journalists being escorted by security, armed security men?
You make me laugh. Who's escorting you?
I remembered a friend of mine, Charles Erika, of another news channel. In nationwide, and he was in River State. I was in River State as well. I saw the way the guy was dodging, and reporting like they're shooting, and then even the policeman too was taking a dive, and he was not shooting anybody, but the guy was running for his dear life.
One of the things I tell you as a journalist, you don't want to be the story, so you need to also hide.
Exactly.
But as we move closer to the elections, these are conversations we need to begin to have, like how safe will the elections be for women to be able to participate fully, not just to stand in line to vote, but to also come out and say, I'm capable, vote for me. We need more women representation, but they can't show up if the whole place is so heated, and it's a tough space for women. That's it. We need to end it here because of our time, so we can go on to let's serve the main dish. That's the food we bought on the table today.
Okay, let's go.
All right, guys, that's the appetizer today. The main dish is coming on.
To the main dish on Table Talk. Table Talk.
Welcome back. It's time to look at the main dish on the show today, and we're talking women's health. So women come closer, like I've told you in the introduction. This is the second season of Table Talk, and we're turning all of our searchlight on women issues. Women, yes, you are on my radar right now. Let's talk about everything that concerns you, and you're going to find it pretty interesting. In this season, I'm hoping that listening to the show, you'll have a lot of growth. You're going to have a lot of growth. That's what I want to see in the episodes we're having this season. We're starting with mental health because I need you to have sound health to now perspire to, So if you're stressed, actually this Monday morning, a lot of you have done school runs. I have too before jogging down here. So let's talk about how you are keeping it all together, and if you are truly keeping it together, or you are just giving us a screen saver. A lot of women wear screensavers. A screensaver usually is the makeup and your beautiful hair and your beautiful dress, and you walk around the office, but your heart is bleeding, you are breaking down, and everyone expects you to fit a certain status quo, so you also appear to have it together. Some people even have you as role models and mentors. I want to be like you when I grow up, but in your heart you don't have it together. Come closer.
Over the weekend, there was another platform I belong to, and I was citing an example of something that happened to me. I went through a season of depression, and there was a lady I knew very well. She reached out to me, and she said, I'm actually right now going through clinical depression. Please tell me, how did you pull through?
Yeah. And
she said she had one time gone through it, and this is the second time, so she's on I think antidepressants or something, and she said it's incapacitated her, and she's wondering when she come out. This is a mother. She's got 3 children, and she just doesn't want to even do anything for the children.
And unfortunately, society does not understand. You must be a wicked woman. How do you have children? When a woman tells you, I don't want to take care of the children, Dr. Kike, our society does not understand.
They don't.
Like, how can a woman not want to You don't want to. In fact, you have to call a family meeting. You don't bathe your children. You don't give them food. You just sit by yourself.
Or a woman says, "I'm tired."
Oh, I'm tired. How can you be
How can you be tired? Even when you tell
tired?
your children, you try it, Wemimo. Tell your children, "Mommy's tired." They say, they don't even understand.
No, my children understand. Though I'm not superwoman. No,
Because you've made them to
I made them understand.
Yes.
I'm human.
Unfortunately, the world is androcentric. And
please break
yes,
that.
I will explain that, because these are things we need to know as women so that we can do the needful. The world is male oriented, male favored over women, despite all the noises by United Nations Convention, international organizations, NGOs, local organizations, that women should be given a place, better places in the society. We know what is happening, so it's all talk, and little action. And then, when it comes to mental health, a lot of times people don't understand. So they don't even understand mental health in general. Talk less of that concerns women. So it's like women would now suffer too, in two places. So, and then the society expects so much from women, and naturally women, we can multitask. I mean it's like God has given us that capacity, but you don't overstretch us. You don't beat the willing horse to death. So people must begin to understand that women also deserve some happiness. We deserve some rest. We deserve some respect. We deserve so many things that that they can give to us. But before I go further, I would like to say just one thing about mental health, because mental health is a topic that a lot of people don't want to talk about, because they think that it's about madness. They don't understand. And
I'm sure once I introduced you, and I said you are from Arrow.
Do you know? Even when you mentioned it, I was like, and I've been sitting close to her all the while.
That's it. So I'm not surprised. Everywhere I go to, and people hear Arrow, the first thing is it about madness? So I try my best, most times, to discuss what mental health is all about. So in a nutshell, mental health is a resource. Mental health is what makes you human. Without your mental health, you cannot function. Wemimo, you are here because you can understand, because you can perceive what is going on around you, because you have made choices and decisions today.
Cognitive abilities.
That is it. So these are the things, that mental health would help you to do. So your mental health is your capacity to be able to function as a human being, to be able to realize that potential within you, to be able to make the right choices, make the right decisions, because these are the things that would affect the trajectory of your life.
Absolutely.
The quality of your choices, the quality of your decisions. They are the things that would determine how well you are happy. They are the things that would determine the level of your well-being. So if you are not right there upstairs, then you begin to make the wrong choices that will put so much stresses on you.
Before we break those levels of stress down, I'd like to start by taking one call before we head out on a break. I'd like to listen to some women. Just tell me, are you stressed, and what's stressing you up? I think the first thing to do is to identify what stresses you. If you know it, we know how to deal with it, right, doctor?
Yes.
All right, let's have we have a line for the women, because, we're all about
and I like that, that for Nigerian info.
We do have a line for the women, and this show is for women and the men who love or don't love them, whatever. 0146 57190. That's the number to call if you're female. 0146 57190. I would also take calls from the male listeners on the second half when we return from the break. But for the women who'd like to join right now, the number is 0146 57190. Let's see who's here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Table Talk. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Maureen.
Maureen, welcome. Are you stressed?
Okay. Yes, I am.
What's stressing you on,
Okay,
Maureen?
so currently I have 5 kids, 4 boys and a girl.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
I'm 50 plus. I just turned 50 in March.
50?
50, yeah.
Okay.
So, on a daily basis, I wake up like 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock to start the preparation of, for the school. And then I wake the children up at about 4:35. And I drive. like 3 hours, do school runs, and then start driving through Tottenham Bridge, through the traffic. Most times I don't get to the office like about 10. And you see, by the time I get to the office, I'm sat down. I am forced to take most times cold Coke, which again is not good for my health.
Yeah.
Just to get the energy. And I don't get myself together till about 2.
I'd like you to call me back, Maureen, because I'm due for a break.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
In the information era, facts, events, and news are available at the click of a button. The information flow is enormous, which makes the financial markets unpredictable. As a trader, you need to have a strategy, and most importantly, you need a trustworthy partner that will simplify things for you. Hot Forex is serious about its responsibilities to you. With its origin dating back to 2010, we are a multi-regulated broker with over 2 million live accounts, wide global presence, more than 35 international awards, tight spreads, multiple assets, reliable fast execution, technological innovation, and multiple account types. The Hot Forex team is always ready to deliver trading services and free trading education that you can rely on every time. And this is not just a mission, it's a promise. Visit the Hot Forex Educational Centers at 3rd floor, Warala House, 90 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos, or call 0908-517-6394 or visit www.hotforex.com. Hot Forex, for traders that want more.
Night time is deep sleep time. It's baby dreaming baby dreams time. It's for peeing and not being bothered and having a dry bum till dawn. Night time is always baby's bliss time when you use Huggies Dry Comfort. With a stretchy waistband and super absorbent core, Huggies Dry Comfort provides all night dryness and comfort for your baby. Make nighttime rest-filled for baby and you with Huggies. For all night dryness and comfort.
Are you yet to register for your JAMB UTME and direct entry exams? What are you waiting for? Now you can purchase your PIN on Remita. Hurry now to www.remita.net/JAM to buy your JAM PIN or download the Remita mobile app on Android and Apple stores to purchase your JAM PIN. You can pay using any payment method convenient for you. Remember, JAM registration ends in a few days, so don't be caught unawares. For more information, visit www.remita.net/JAM. Remita, because payments should be easy.
You've always wished you had a Samsung washing machine? Now you can get one in the Super Deals promo. From now to the 31st of May, you can get up to a 24% discount when you buy a Samsung Twin Tub washing machine and an 11% discount on drum washing machines. Get a washing machine and enjoy innovative technology that only Samsung can provide. Stay connected with Samsung.
Coming. Hi, look at you, look different. Really? Oh yes. How's your mommy and daddy? They're fine. Tell me, what do you have in your hand? Oh, this? It's Agent Home Young Landlord Flyers. Tell me about it. As you're looking at me now, I'm a young landlord at Agent Homes. My parents started investing in my future since I was 10 years old, making it known to me that even as a child, my dreams are valid. Wow, tell me more.
With Adrian Homes, every child's dream is valid. Invest in your child's future today by subscribing into our Young Landlord's Plan package. You can also pay as low as 25,000 naira, 50,000 naira, and 100,000 naira. And you can also enjoy up to 50% discount on all our estates. Secure your child's future today. For more information, you can call 080-3556-4317 or 080-2325-5398. In Adrian Homes, every child's dream is valid.
Enter the place and brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting because of the shine. Lush hair, lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair, lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie, lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you want to find like you go, lush hair, be
people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
And the winners for the Indomie Eat and Win promo are Mrs. Obi and Davy.
Yes, Mommy, we won! We won!
Yes, we won!
David, you still haven't told me how you won. It's simple, John, with Indomie Eat and Win.
Indomie Eat and Win?
Just buy 10 Indomitables pack, www.indomitables.ng, and enter your code to win amazing prizes every week.
Promo ends June 2021.
Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you. 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
This is Table Talk with Wemimo Adewuni.
Welcome back. We're talking mental health and how this affects you as a woman. This is Table Talk in this season. We're talking women's issues, and today we're starting with mental health. I've got my guest host here, Lady Gwen. Check her for her. And I've got my expert guest here, Dr. Kiki Oyekomi. Thank you both for being here. Our first caller is stressed. I mean, I'm sure she didn't give us a quarter of what's going on with her.
Right.
But she wakes up at 3:30, wakes everybody up, and then does the school runs. Apparently, the woman is supposed to be the first person in the house to wake up. And wake everybody up.
Sometimes,
Who says?
Sometimes.
Oh, well.
Sometimes the men, even when you wake the man up, they don't even know what to do. Most of them don't even know what to do.
Because they never used to do anything.
And I think maybe we should take the blame. We women should take the blame because it's how you train everyone in the house. It's how you lay your expectation, to your partner, to your spouses.
But you're in that laying of expectation. Okay, because the women are calling, and I'll come to you in a moment. We are in like you started off, in a very patriarchal society, and aside of patriarchy being established by men, is also firmly affirmed by women.
Yeah.
And you find that when you get married, they tell you're not just married to your husband, you're marrying the family.
Already programmed in
There's
that
a conditioning
way. Yes.
of likability. I had a live tweet chat yesterday and I was talking about likability. This societal conditioning that there's a way a girl and a woman must behave before she's acceptable.
Yes.
And one of those things is that you must be able to cook, wash, and never be tired.
And then take care of other people, including your children, of course, your husband, your in-laws, and every other person. Now, it's not as if women cannot do these things, but the problem is that a lot of women are ignorant. And I would want to say that you can maintain your sanity, you can enjoy life if you follow some basic steps, and they're simple as ABC. The A thing is acknowledge.
Right.
Know that, yes, there are things I need to face.
I'm
know
stressed.
that there are issues, Then B is you have to be intentional. When it comes to the matter of health, it's not only your physical health that you can check your blood pressure, check your blood sugar. Your mental health also is very, very key. In fact, even much more important than even your physical health. And that's why WHO says there is no health without mental health. Then C is check your clutter. What do you have on your plate?
Yeah.
You see, a lot of stresses that beguile us. There are so many things that you can do away with.
Yeah.
But women, because we feel that we have multiple hands, I can do this. I want to please that person. Who says you must please everybody?
Yeah.
You must love yourself. Don't love other people more than yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself is first, because if it is only because you are alive, that is why you can do all these things that you are doing.
But most women feel guilty.
That is
that
right.
if you ask them to delegate some assignment, they feel guilt.
Yes, it's
like I'm not enough. I'm not capable. I'm not that thing I'm supposed to be.
It's because of the way we have been programmed. So you have to reprogram yourself. You don't have to be enslaved by this traditional mentality of what women should be like.
What if your husband and your husband's family members, because of that, don't like you? How do you deal with that? That in itself is a big
that
stress.
question is so good. You see, in my over 2 decades of practice and experience in mental health, I've seen a lot. I've talked with so many women, and you see, when women break down, one central thing that I see that is recurrent in their lives is the area of relationships.
Yeah.
So it's very important because women are emotional. So your relationship can be a source of mental strength or fatigue to you. So that's why you see, when I see young girls, I'm sorry, Wemimo, I need to say it. You know,
say the way it should be said.
This is table talk. We break tables,
Yes.
So break it.
I usually try my best, you know, even at the risk of being seen as a prognoser. I usually try my best to get close to them and advise them, because your relationship, the quality of your relationship can make or destroy,
yes,
or mar you. You know, so you have to get it right. Who are you moving with? You know, I'm talking about your significant person now, your spouse,
partner,
or the person that you are hoping to get married to. What is the quality of that relationship? A relationship must be based on mutual trust and respect.
Absolutely.
Both parties must prioritize that relationship. It shouldn't be one-sided. It shouldn't be a parasitic relationship. It should be symbiotic.
Absolutely.
So I give, you give. I compromise, you compromise. Then there should be open communication. Then there should be healthy conflict resolution. And apart from that, the cocoa, saying it in the Nigerian parlance, the cocoa is that there should be shared values and interests.
Absolutely.
You should be able to vibrate on the same frequency. If you are vibrating on the frequency of Nigerian Info 99.3,
your spouse listening to Table Talk.
Yes, you'll be vibrating at that level. So because the quality of your relationship, because you see, women, you are here. You had to do school runs. You had woken up like maybe since 3 p.m. You are going to home. Who are you going there to meet? No matter how much stress you are, you've been at work. If your home is like a paradise, a mini paradise, I tell you,
you look forward to
going home, and then the stresses that you have experienced
during
at work
the day
will just melt away.
You
know, so as women, please, your relationship, you must choose right. Don't say because I'm old, the society expects that by 28, 25, a woman should be married. By 30, you should have 1 or 2 children. Who says whose timetable are you running with? You see, because when you do it wrongly, these people will not be there to share your burden. They would even blame you that didn't she see him before she married him?
She chose him.
You chose, because you see, you must be responsible for your choices. Nobody is going to do that for you. So don't say that you want to please them. Don't fake it. Don't fake it.
That's a
really
very good message for young women who are yet to be married.
Right.
For those who are already in it, they've made the bad choices.
So they must
now they're
learn
dancing to their tunes.
They must learn how
before I go back to the phones, because I expect that the calls might take a while. So I want us to lay the options on the table first. So they're already in these situations. It's bad. Let me give you an example, and it's very personal. A cousin of mine died years ago, and some years ago, I had a rethink, and I said to myself, "Where me more? Don't kill yourself." My cousin slumped. She was a banker. She slumped in the bank.
What a pity.
She died. I mean, every time I remember, and it was mental stress. She had a spouse who would do nothing in the house, absolutely nothing in the house. So she goes, when bankers close, they need to close their books. Then she gets back home. Then she has to make food for the kids, clean the books, do their homework at night, then plan for the next morning. All the dishes from the day is there, and so on. So some people have made bad choices, and they're already here.
Yes.
What can they do?
Yes. The thing is, acknowledge that you are in this mess.
Right.
So tease out things. You choose the battles that you want to fight. There are some battles that you cannot fight. Just leave it there. Now, you should learn to prioritize. Time management is very, very key. A lot of women don't know how to manage their time. Time will not wait for you. So you do those things that are important first, according to Stephen Covey. So it would be nice for women to go and read that book.
Absolutely.
So you do the most important thing first. Prioritize. What are those things? And then know that you cannot be everywhere. Why do you need to be washing with your hands? If you cannot afford a washing machine, but I tell you,
tell me why you can't afford a washing machine. If you start saving from January,
but even if you can't, there are women or other who would do.
You can contract
for a token.
Yes.
Even
some
throughout the week.
Yes,
throughout the week.
yes.
Yeah.
But you know, some women will say they will not wash it well. And I even hear some people that say a washing machine will not even wash your clothes well.
It will spoil your clothes.
Yeah, and they say it's because you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
I have been using washing machine like forever.
Yeah.
I cannot even wash my underwear with my hands.
Well, why
should I do that?
That's the question. The question is why?
Why should I do that?
Have you come to this world to
It
stress
is like,
yourself?
it is like you telling me to come and use grinding stone to grind pepper when
Why?
there are
The pepper won't feel
that is
you know,
not
original.
correct.
There is a taste original like Ibile.
That is a wrong thinking. That is a wrong thinking. You know, there are some men that will say, "Oh, it's the pepper that you use to
your hand to grind that I want to eat."
If you must eat it, then go and grind it yourself.
You know, two things, Doc. In terms of real life situation, what about men who prefer to eat fresh dishes or fresh soups
there are
on
some.
a daily basis? You know, that's one. And then what about a woman who feels inadequate or insecure? You know, that if I leave my kitchen to the house help, you know, somebody,
or to a housekeeper.
Yes, or the housekeeper or something. And then someone comes to take my husband because those are real life situations.
Yes, I know. That's, you know, the fear that women have sometimes, that they don't want to leave some things to others, you know, because they cannot trust their husbands not to look at the maid in certain ways.
Or
That's
even
why,
the maid, or you know,
that's why
the
number
other
one,
way.
you have to get it right. But if you have gotten it wrong, then there are things that you can do. So, for example, if your husband likes to eat fresh things, you know, every day, well, yeah, buy your tomato, buy your pepper, and whatever meat
bulk.
and everything, buy it in bulk, put it in your freezer, and then each time you want to cook, you should have a blender. I don't grind my pepper in the market. There are good blenders that you can just
save
put
up
everything.
and buy it.
Yes, save up, and you must invest in
Well,
things.
it's all about
invest
saving.
in that's you must invest in things that will make your life easier. But women don't even see these things as necessary. So there's so many things. Invest, buy washing machine, buy good blender, buy things that will make your life easier. So if your husband likes to eat it fresh, you can still try, you can still give it. You can still give it to him. If that's your own
decision.
cross now that you have to carry. So you have to find a way around it.
To make it easier.
Trust me, there are always ways around whatever problem we are facing.
Let's go to the calls now. Let me allow them now during the conversation. Doctor has explained the number one, time management. No, let's start by you understanding and accepting that there's a problem.
Yes.
And let's now find a way around it. So look for things that make your life easier. And I believe, I've been saying it, you can save towards these things once you identify them. Give yourself a target. It might not be immediately. There was an aunt of mine, I had to go and buy a washing machine and take to her. I said, it's enough. Look yourself. All her nails were almost out of her hands. She was always washing. She had teenage boys. She would tell me they won't wash it well. I'm like, okay. Here we go. Here's a line for the ladies to call: 014657190. 014657190. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching there, thank you for joining. We'll also take your comments from there. If you'd like to join and leave us a thought on Twitter, is at Nigeria Info FM. Use the hashtag Nigeria Info TT. The men can also join us. Let's see who's here. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Good morning. Wemimo Special.
Yes. Good morning.
Morning to your guest.
Thank you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're doing a good job, here, and I really appreciate that. And just like what you said previously, maybe you need to keep telling people. And I'm really sorry you said your cousin died of maybe mental or all this.
Yeah.
As we were kids, when we were growing up, we are all boys in my family. I don't have a sister anyway. I have a senior friend. When she told me that, she's the one that will wash the brother's clothes, I was like, then what are the guys doing? They say that the boys of the house. I feel who does that? What? You cook, you wash their clothes. Even you washing their clothes, you are doing them a favor, and it should be on your own terms. I even remember I'm the first one of my family. You see this culture of a thing. There's nothing wrong with culture. There's something wrong with people.
Yeah, the application of it.
And with time, and let's see, with time, things will metamorphose. I keep telling people, every culture of the world change with time.
Yeah.
You take the bad one out of it. You understand? There's no perfect culture. You take the bad ones out of it.
Yeah.
So we need to rethink and do things the right way. You understand? You're telling me because you're a guy, you can't sweep. Are you all right? You understand? you don't expect a mother, that a woman that goes to her work. You understand? That goes to her work, maybe comes back to come and cook, to come and do other things. That's double work. Then what is the man doing?
Thank you very much. You got great thoughts there. And, the conversation is not just to say that it's one-sided. Like you said, it must be mutual.
Yes.
It must not be parasitic. I mean, whoever gets home first, I think it's just commonsensical. If you're home early, start dinner for both of you. I mean, why are you hungry and you're sitting for someone who's still in traffic, who's still 2 hours away from home before you
And then
eat
from
something?
what that scholar said, that it's culture, yes. But, when the culture favors, somebody, a particular gender, they are not so quick to want to change it. But I'm glad that we have such men. So, women, you should raise your boys
and
to
girls.
value women. You should
Yes.
don't tell them, this is not a man's job. This is not, the kitchen is not for the men. Who says?
I see women sending their boys out of the kitchen. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good Wemimo.
Yes, ma'am.
Top of the day to you.
Welcome.
Thank you. But from the point of view of all the analysis,
Yes.
it depends on home training. Because if children are given timetable as of when they are young, on what to do and you supervise it, it becomes their intellectual or practical property in their brain.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, for instance, a child that is 2 years old, maybe it's a boy, you show him how to polish the father's shoe,
Or just even dust it. Yeah.
That would be a part of it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then as regards to management of women in the home, some don't really know what they are doing. I think they are more particular about the marriage, not the doing of the principles of the marriage that enhance the marriage. The mathematical aspect of the keeping of the home, as regards to cooking, they have not gotten that knowledge. So what that woman explained, as regards to buy things ahead of time, is one of them.
Yes.
For instance, when you make a bar, you wrap it in each one, put it in a cooler, put the soup the same place in a cooler.
Very good
Let
cooler.
everyone take their own.
Yeah.
That's all. Must you be eating 3 times a day? Then what water you need? Hello?
Well, with you, thank you very much. Let me take another call because of our time. Hello.
Hello, Emma.
Yes, welcome. Why are you calling a female line?
Sorry? I'm a woman. This is Madam Ifio.
Hey, pardon me. Welcome.
I mean, my voice be like mine.
It be like, welcome, ma'am.
Well, now, in our own days, when we were bringing up children, it was a little bit better.
Okay.
Because we used to get mates. We employ mates to come, and you go to work. Even at that time, it was still very, stressful. Because you have to coordinate your home.
Yeah.
You cannot just dump somebody who doesn't know how to put on gas, how to do this. Like me, when I was bringing them, I bring in big girls, maybe 18, 19, 20, with little or no supervision. You know what to do. So, along the line, my husband now told me, because I have all girls, when my first daughter was like 10 years, he said, Ify, don't bring in any maid. Teach this girl.
Yeah.
And that was it. Do you know that, in fact, it was like as if they poured ice water on me because I now have children who are now helping me in the house. And we divided them. You people don't want your mommy to die. I said, no, mommy, we won't die. We will work. And they started working. But today, they are good keepers.
Good.
But fortunately, as they have grown up, started working, they said, mommy, you cannot do this work. I can't do it because I don't even have strong legs again. They said, get a steward.
Yeah.
You pay. Come and clean the house 2-3 times in a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we pay at the end of the month.
Absolutely.
So you must have a solution to your problem.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Drop your children in the crèche.
Yes.
And, coordinate yourself. Buy things in bulk. Don't go to school today. I will go market.
Every day.
You will kill yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. On Facebook, Ifeoma Olukwisi says, what of having a steward who comes to clean up the house and wash the washables? Say, like me, I don't do anything now more than cooking just because I love cooking. That's fabulous. If you can plan your time, you can get someone come clean the house 3 times a week.
So long as it takes the stress off you. You're good.
So let's talk depression. Okay. So there are women who, there's a level of stress and then there's depression. When does it become depression? When do I need to see a doctor, and what do I need to do?
Okay, so we must distinguish between clinical depression and just ordinary depression, or when people just say depression colloquially, they don't really mean that one is sick.
Yeah.
So it's normal to be sad when things are not going on well. It's a natural emotion. If you lose somebody, it's natural for you to be sad for a moment. But depression, it becomes clinical depression when that sadness now pervades your life and prevents you from doing what you need to do. So it becomes depression when there's distress, when there is personal distress, or when there is distress around people. The distress in people around you. Then it becomes depression when it is disabling. That sadness is disabling. Yeah, and then it becomes depression when there are other factors. For example, maybe you cannot sleep well, or you are even oversleeping. Maybe you are not eating well, or you are even overeating. Because sometimes people think that people that are depressed shouldn't eat, but sometimes women. We are talking about women now, so I'm narrowing it to. So sometimes women even eat to medicate their psychological distress. So sometimes it becomes depression when you have things like you cannot concentrate. Even you come to work and you are not doing what you need to do at the required time. A task that should take you 1 hour is taking you 3 hours, and then you are making a lot of mistakes. It becomes depression when there are affectation maybe in other areas of your life, like your libido, things like that.
Yeah.
Or you lose interest in things that you used to get pleasure from. Maybe you used to like social events, and now you are withdrawing. Maybe you used to like to interact with your children or hang out with friends, and now you find that those things don't even matter anymore to you. You just sit, you prefer to be by yourself. And then sometimes depression does not even only manifest as sadness. You can have a whole range of negative emotions, including just feeling empty. You're just empty. You're not
there.
feeling. Yes, you're just there. Sometimes it can even manifest as irritability, little things like this, and you just throw up. And then people will be walking on eggshells around you. We don't know what is going to annoy her. Yes, onkora in that Yoruba language, So these things, and then when it is now metamorphosizing into things like, I wish I can just end it. I wish the world will come to an end. Or should I
wish I could run away.
Yes, I wish I could just run away or just disappear. Or should I even kill myself? Then it is getting worse. So depression, in a nutshell, is sadness that is incapacitating, that is taking away yourself from yourself. Depression is something that you are not enjoying life anymore.
Because we have just about 2 minutes to go, I'm looking at my ads, looking back at me here.
Dear.
Let's talk about how can it be treated?
Yes.
How can it be treated?
I must mention this. There are different levels of depression. So depending, the first thing is, see, if you are experiencing any of these things, please seek help. Seeking help, yes. Go to the hospital, go to the doctor. The doctor will
just
do
any
the
doctor?
needful. Yes, yes. Every doctor is trained to identify depression. Now, if the depression is a severe one, the doctor might now refer you to a specialist, like me, a psychiatrist. But if it is mild depression, a general doctor can manage you.
Sorry, what if the person is not even aware that this is what they're going through?
People around the person, must talk to the person that I think there's something wrong. Why not do this? Because we live in a culture of silence and secrecy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be the one that will say it, so that she will not think that I'm wishing her bad.
I'm
Things
thinking
like that.
we should have a second part of this conversation, because we've left so much unsaid, and time is just ticking. And we really need to
but
go
depression
right now.
is very treatable.
So walk up to a hospital. I think that's a fact. If you're not sure what's going on with you, just go see a doctor.
Go see a doctor.
Yeah.
A doctor, not a therapist. A doctor, because a doctor is the one that is going to assess you, because there are other conditions that can mimic depression.
We need to go now. Time is up. I don't need to go.
We need to put this on the plate.
Time is going to cut over.
Therapist, difference between a therapist and
a doctor. Yes,
guys, we'll see you again next week Monday. Time.
This is an infomercial.
A multinational company in Lekki, Lagos is massively recruiting independent sales executives that own a car and a valid driver's license. Are you ready to work with the company with the most history worldwide? Are you ambitious, a smart worker? Do you
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.4.
Hi, look at you, look different. Really? Oh yes. How's your mommy and daddy? They're fine. Tell me, what do you have in your hand? Oh, this? It's Agent from Young Landlord's flyers. Tell me about it. As you're looking at me now, I'm a young landlord at Adrian Homes. My parents started investing in my future since I was 10 years old, making it known to me that even as a child, my dreams are valid. Wow, tell me more.
With Adrian Homes, every child's dream is valid. Invest in your child's future today by subscribing into our Young Landlord's Plan package. You can also pay as low as 25,000 naira, 50,000 naira, and 100,000 naira. And you can also enjoy up to 50% discount on all our estates. Secure your child's future today. For more information, you can call 080-9339-9774 or 080-5656-5778. In Adrian Homes, every child's dream is valid.
You've always wished you had a Samsung washing machine? Now you can get one in the Super Deals promo. From now to the 31st of May, you can get up to a 24% discount when you buy a Samsung twin tub washing machine and an 11% discount on drum washing machines. Get a washing machine and enjoy innovative technology that only Samsung can provide. Stay connected with Samsung.
Dear Molfix mothers, the source of our happiness is our babies. For babies' happiness, it's important to choose a dry diaper. Molfix Air Dry Diaper, the #1 choice of mothers, has all the dryness all